If an app ever told you you're out of calories at 4 p.m., you know that sinking feeling? You'll learn one skill and one small step to try today to get over that. And we'll use a better way than counting. Eating with real hunger, stopping it comfortable, and building a few basics first. Tonight, you'll try one meal with hunger, 2 pauses, and I'll coach you through it in 30 seconds. I'm Dr. Yaz, a quadruple board certified endocrinologist, obesity specialist, mom of 2 who lost 80 pounds and kept it off. And now I help busy women do the same, no matter their age, their hormone health, or if they have insulin resistance, well, because I'm an expert at it. And when you want more help, I teach this step by step inside my metabolic weight loss method that has all the ways that we use to stop overeating, plan your meals, every meal you could think of for 365 days, and a resource vault that you can tailor to your unique needs. Now, also along with rock star coaches, let's get you on a win quickly today. Let's be fair. These apps like MyFitnessPal can help with awareness, but real life is messy and home meals are hard to log, and hunger doesn't follow a clock. So if you're out of calories at 4 p.m., this can push you into a night spiral. So here's the instead plan that works on busy days. Step 1, eat with real hunger. Real hunger builds so slowly, and many real foods sound fine. But a craving means you want a very specific food in your mouth. So the quickest way to know if you're truly hungry is, did this build up? And would I eat grilled chicken? And if you wouldn't eat grilled chicken, that means it's not hunger. If you would, it's likely hunger. And this awareness helps people eat the right amount without counting every bite. Now, step 2, I want you stopping it comfortable. Don't overeat. Now, how do you do that? Well, take a few calm bites and pause at bite 3 and ask, am I still hungry? And if you are, keep going. But when you're about 70% done, pause again and say, am I comfortable? Meaning you could walk and talk without feeling sleepy or heavy. And if that's a yes, that means you're done. This trains you to eat to the middle and not starving or stuffed. Now I want to give you a quick example of a plate plan. First, put protein first. A palmful of chicken, tofu, steak, shrimp, doesn't matter. Then I want you adding at least 3/4 of a cup of vegetables, which is basically 3/4 of a cup. And then add a carb if you enjoy it and you're still hungry. I want you eating with these pauses, stopping it comfortable, and use that protein to feel full and protect your muscles so you lose more fat than muscle, which is super important as we get into our 30s, 40s, and beyond. Step 3, I want you building some small habits. Water. If you don't have a water bottle nearby or you don't know where the nearest water bottle is, it's too far. Thirst looks just like hunger, especially on a GLP-1 GIP agonist. So if you're on the injections, this is a surefire way to stop a lot of the side effects like headaches, constipation, and fatigue, and hunger. Next, I want you sleeping well. So I want you to wind down at night, no screens, because poor sleep makes hunger signals louder. Next, I want you to consider moving after your biggest meal. So if it's after dinner, a short walk or yoga can stop you from 1, eating more and mindlessly eating, but also bring down stress and get you ready for bed. And third, uptake that glucose from carbs in your meal so your energy feels steadier. So when your app would say no, but your body says I'm hungry, don't argue with the MyFitnessPal calorie tracking app. I want you making a small real plate with protein, a couple pauses, and some vegetables. And if you still want more, then use the night plan you learned that we talked about in other videos, where you pre-planned what your night snack would be on a plate. I found it so overwhelming when I had to lose the weight to count calories because it would work and I would lose the weight. But the minute I stopped doing that, I would regain it really quickly. And it's because I never took care of why I was overeating. So whether that's emotional overeating, mindlessly picking off my kid's plate, habit eating, meaning it's lunchtime, I wasn't hungry, but I'd eat anyway because it's lunchtime. Those are the kind of things that I had to get to the root cause of, especially that emotional overeating. I had to change my thoughts with food. And when you change your thoughts about your life and food, which you're totally capable of doing, then your emotions change and your actions when it comes to food change completely. So stop the app for a week and practice some real habits. If you notice your thin friends are not doing a specific diet, they're eating when they're hungry, stopping when satisfied, and moving around. Now, how should you be doing your day if I was to give you an example? Well, you should wake up and start with a 24-hour plan. Now, most of my clients, I teach them in 5 to 15 minutes a week to plan their meals for the week, including grocery ordering or going to the shop in the right aisle using technology. But I also give you meal plans pre-done so you don't have to waste your time if you need to work on all the types of overeating like we've been discussing in the past videos. Now, the most important thing I do is a 24-hour plan though. So even though I plan the week, if it's Monday and I plan to have salmon and vegetables for dinner, but in the morning that sounds really ick to me, I'm changing that. So every morning for 5 minutes, you're gonna set an intention of what you're eating that day. And then when you're hungry, you'll eat the meal that's assigned for then. And then when you're satisfied, you'll stop. But if you don't like what's on the plan, in the morning, you change that plan. This way, you don't do this thing where you skip the healthy meal that was in your fridge, binge on takeout or something else, and completely ruin your progress for no reason. When you eat a meal you enjoy, like for me, I love going out and having sushi with my husband. I love French onion soup in the winter. All these kind of things that have a higher saturated fat, maybe not as much protein in the meal. But the reality is that I plan those. They're completely intentional. I never impulsively eat, because that would mean the food has control over me versus me controlling the food. And no matter what I do, even a date night, when it's planned that I'm going to say order pizza on Fridays because I'm not doing dishes on Friday night with my kids, then it's planned that I'm going to have that pizza. I'm going to have one slice after I have some Greek salad with chicken. And I know that. So I'm in control. And when you do that, when you have control over your food, you will never regain the weight you lost. So forget counting calories, forget the apps. And if you're interested in a way of losing weight that isn't a crazy diet, because you know thin people don't actually do that, then join me in the metabolic weight loss method. I'll see you there.